Hi, welcome to your 30-minute hip opening Vinyasa class. We won't be needing any props for this, so when you are ready, meet me in a cross-legged seated position. You can allow your hands to either rest on top of your knees, or you can bring one hand at your heart center, other hand at your lower belly. With few blinks, close your eyes, just taking a moment of stillness to arrive from whatever it is that you were doing before this class. Soft inhalation in through our nose. Exhale, SH. Let it go. Few more times like this on your own, breathing in through our nose. SH out, let it go. As we inhale this time, I invite you to set an intention for our class. If there is any word, any syllable that comes to your mind, thinking about that word. And as we inhale, we will extend our arms up, taking a full breath in through your nose, sealing in that intention. As we exhale, draw your hands at your heart center, Samastiti. Let's take some seated cats and cows. So as we inhale, start to cactus your arm, hug your shoulder blades in, lift your chin off your chest. And then gently start to round everything in, rounding through your upper back, middle back, lower back, connecting our forearms together, our wrist, all of our fingertips. Beautiful. Few more times like this. As we inhale, start to arch, hug your shoulder blades in, tilt your head back, bring your gaze up. And as we exhale, we will start it from our tailbone, rounding everything in. Connect your chin to your chest, connect your forearms together. Bringing some mobility in our spine. As we inhale, we will arch, hug our shoulder blades in, bring our gaze up. And as we exhale, we will start to round, chin to chest, eyes to navel. As we inhale this time, finding a neutral spine without using your arms, start to take a twist to the left. So keep on twisting your torso to the left until you cannot do it anymore. Release your hands on either side of your body. Let your right fingertips rest on top of your left knee, your left fingertips behind you like a second spine. As you inhale, push everything away from yourself and as a bit deeper in that twist. Nice. Inhale, bring yourself back to center, cactus your arm. And as you exhale this time, start to twist over to the right. When you cannot do this anymore, open your arms, rest your left hand on top of your right knee, right fingertips behind you like a second spine. Push everything away from yourself as you inhale, lifting your chin slightly off that chest. And when you exhale, bend your elbows, guiding your torso a little deeper into that twist. And as you exhale, release, bring yourself back to center, cactus your arm. Inhale, extend your arms up, look up. As you exhale this time, release your left fingertips down on the mat, reach your right hand up and overhead, creating a lateral bend. You can tilt your head back, bring your gaze at your right fingers. When you're ready, bring yourself back to center, tilt your head up, look up. And as we exhale, release your right fingertips down on the mat, reach your left hand up and overhead. Keep on crawling your fingers away from you, actively root down through your sits bone, our hips, and the full breath in over here. And when you exhale, bring yourself back to center, bring your gaze up. Hands at your heart center, Samastiti, let it go. Beautiful, everyone. Let's make our way into tabletop this time. So when you are ready, let's start by stretching out our wrists. Point your fingers to the knees. As you inhale, we are going to lean forward. As we exhale, you can lean back as far as it feels good in your wrist. You have an option to lift the top of your palms off the mat. Let's continue to do like this few more times, bringing a little awareness in our wrist before we start to move through our vinyasa. As you inhale, you're going to lean forward, shoulders can come in front of your wrist, and when you exhale, you're going to lean back as far as it feels good. Keep your arms straight as much as possible. Your biceps are facing to the front, elbows are pointing to the back. See if you can hold for an extra breath at the bottom, and then you inhale, you lean forward, and one last time as we exhale, you're going to lean back. This time we're going to hold it for 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Bring yourself back to center. Point your fingers to the front of the room. As we inhale this time, lift your right arm up, bring your gaze up, and exhale, thread your hand underneath your left armpit. Connect your right shoulder down on the mat, your ear down on the mat. Extend your left fingertips away from you and use that hand to create a little bit of a twist over to the right side. So as you press your left fingertips down on the mat, see if you can shift that weight over to that right shoulder. If you feel balanced and you want to challenge your balance this morning, then you can lift your left arm up and take a half bite. Maybe try to find a piece of your clothing or your right inner thigh. Stay here for another breath in. See if you can take your awareness to that right oblique. And when you're ready, re-extend that right arm up towards the ceiling. And bring yourself back to center, tabletop. Let's take a couple of cats and cow on all fours this time. So when you inhale, start to arch your back, hug your shoulder blades in, look forward. And as you exhale, we will start to round through our upper back, middle back, lower back, bringing our gaze at our navel. Push everything away from yourself. 2 more times like this. As you inhale, arch, hug your shoulder blades in, allowing your chest to puff forward in between your arms. And when you exhale, we will start to round everything in, 1 vertebrae at a time. One last time. As we inhale, we arch, bringing that mobility in our spine. Chin is off our chest. And as you exhale, we will start to round chin to chest, eyes to navel, holding it for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring yourself back to center into a neutral tabletop. Extend your left arm up. And as you exhale, thread that hand underneath your right armpit. Connect your left shoulder down on the mat, your left ear down on the mat. When you feel balanced, extend your right hand to the front. Actively root down through your fingertips. See if you can shift your weight over to that left shoulder. Now, any variation that you did with your right arm on one side, you can take it over to this side as well. You can keep your hand extended over to the front. You can lift that arm up, take a half bite instead. Wherever you are, see if you can take that awareness to your left shoulder. And when you are ready, peel open that arm up towards the ceiling, look up. Exhale, let's come back to center, tabletop. When you are ready this time, we will push our hips back into child's pose, toes together, knees slightly apart, resting your forehead on your mat or on top of a block. Extend your fingers over to the front. You can return back to this shape as and when you need throughout this class. You don't need my permission to be here. So when you're ready, let's begin. Start to crawl your fingers away from yourself. Once your elbows are off the mat, bring your gaze forward, shift your weight forward, and lift your knees all the way up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. You can find stillness over here or start to paddle out your feet, bending one knee at a time. Just looking over your right shoulder, looking over your left shoulder. Shake out your head into a no. And then nod it out into a yes. As breathing into the back of our thighs, our hamstring, warming them up. I'm assuming this will be your very first down dog for the day. So see if you can evenly distribute the weight on all the 4 corners of your body. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let your shoulders reach higher towards your ears. You can have a soft bend in your knees. If you're moving around side to side, start to find stillness in your down dog. Touch your toes together, your feet together. Now 1 vertebrae at a time, roll yourself forward into high plank. Lower down your knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Slither forward, baby cobra, lower belly stays connected on the mat, elbows are pointing to the back. See if you can lift your hands off the mat, working on that strength in our backside of the body. And exhale, release everything down, tuck your toes, prepare. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's flow. As you inhale this time, lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, open through your hips. Press your right hand down on the mat to keep your shoulders squared. Rotate your right knee up towards the ceiling, creating that stretch in our left hamstring and our right inner thigh. Stay here for a breath. And when you're ready, re-extend that leg up, square your hips, draw your knee to your chest and step it forward in between your palms. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Bring your right hand on top of your knee, your left hand on top of that knee. Interlace your fingers and actively start to press that knee away from yourself. So we are creating depth in our lunge. Roll your shoulder blades up and back. See if you can shift your left hip forward, your right hip back. When you are balanced, extend your arms up towards the ceiling. Anjane Asana, you can interlace your fingers, index finger pointing up, Kali Mudra. If you feel balanced over here, tilt your head back, look at your fingers. We will start to cactus our arm, hug your shoulder blades in, open your back. And as we exhale, we will start to twist over to the right. It's okay if you lose depth in your lunge. Focus on twisting through your upper body. And now lean forward, release your left hand down. Tuck your left toe, left knee up, low lunge twist. Bring your gaze up to your right fingers. And as we exhale, thread that hand underneath your left armpit, pivot to the side, wide-legged forward fold. Beautiful. You can find stillness in your wide-legged forward fold, just breathing in your hamstrings, or you have an option to move around side to side, moving through our side lunges, bringing a little mobility in our hips. You can make this as wide or as narrow as it feels good to you in this time, in this space. If you feel the mat is very far away from you, feel free to use your blocks and bring the mat a little bit closer to you. This time when you move over to the left side, you can bend your left knee a lot. See if you can point your right toes up towards the ceiling. Breathe into your right inner thigh in your hamstring. If you are balanced, you can bring your hands at your heart center. Skandasana, side lunge. Stay here for a breath. Actively press your left foot down on the mat. And when you exhale, we will start to make our way back to the front of this room. Low lunge. Bring your gaze forward, look forward. As you exhale, step your left leg forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. You can grab your opposite elbows, ragdoll, just swaying side to side. Flutter out your lips. As we inhale, one vertebrae at a time, lift yourself up, extend your arms to the ceiling, look up. Hands at your heart center, let it go, Samastati. Inhale, circle your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Step your left leg back, your right leg back, arriving into high plank. Exhale, lower down your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slither forward, baby cobra, lift your chin off your chest. Exhale, back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Let's do the same thing over to the other side. When you're ready, lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. Rotate your left knee up towards the ceiling. You can lift your right heel up, almost like we're splitting our leg in two directions. As we exhale, draw that knee to your chest, step it forward through your palms. Connect your right knee down, untuck your toes. Move your left hand just above your knee, your right hand just above your knee. Interlace your fingers. Start to press that knee away from yourself, creating a little depth in our lunge. One side can feel very different than the other. So see if you can find some awareness in your hips. See how do you feel on this side. And when you feel balanced, we will circle our arms up. Option to interlace your fingers, index finger pointing up, Kali Mudra. As we inhale, cactus your arm, hug your shoulder blades in like you're holding a straw in between your shoulder blades. Maintain that and start to twist your torso to the left. Keep on leaning forward, bring your right hand down, lift your right knee up, coming into a low lunge twist. As you exhale, thread your hand underneath your right armpit, pivot to the side, wide-legged forward fold. Round two of our side lunges. You can stay where you are or move around side to side, bringing little mobility in your hips. Again, bending one knee at a time, couple of times on your own, and when you're ready, we are going to pause at the right side of our mat. Your hands can stay on top of your blocks or on the mat. If you feel all right, you can bring your hands at your heart center. Dig your right heel down on the mat. Point your left toes up towards the ceiling. Stay here for the breath. Both of your elbows are inside of that left knee. All right, one more breath in over here. And as you exhale, you can use your hands or hands-free. Make your way to the front of your mat. Step your right leg forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Flutter out your lips. Good. As we inhale, one vertebrae at a time, lift yourself up. Extend your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands at your heart center, Samasthiti. Good. As you inhale this time, widen the distance between your legs as wide as the mat, and we will sit our hips back into Malasana Yogi Squat. If this doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to take 2 blocks and sit down on top of that instead. So we are breathing into our pelvic floor, into our hips. I hope you feel a little bit more open in your hips right now compared to when we first stepped on our mat. So keep your elbows inside of your knees. Now you can just stay here if this feels enough, just breathing into your hips, your inner thigh. If you want to add on, open our arms like wings. So connect your right hand inside of that right knee, extend your left hand up and overhead. You can stay here or add a bind. Nice. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. Let's do the same thing over to the other side. Bring your left fingers down on the mat, reach your right arm up and overhead. You can stay here if this feels enough, or you have an option to add a bind over here. Hug your shoulder blades in, lift your chin off your chest. See if you can still keep your feet evenly grounded on the mat. And when you exhale, open your arms, bring yourself back to center, Malasana. Let's add a vinyasa from here. You can step or hop back, knees, chest or chin, or you have an option to take a chaturanga this time around. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice. Let's take our sequence one more time. We will add on this time around. So when you're ready, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest, step it forward. And when you are ready, crawl your fingers all the way to the left, Skandasana, side lunge. Keep your hands inside of your left knee, dig your right heel down, point your toes up towards the ceiling. You can just stay here for today if this feels enough for your practice. If you feel open enough in your hips and you are able to sit down behind you, then grab your left ankle. Now as you exhale, reach your right arm up and overhead. Keep on reaching this side. If you are able to grab your ankle, or else create that lateral bend just like we did before. If you do have your ankle, create that twist through your upper body. Bring your left shoulder forward, your right shoulder back. So when you're ready, bring yourself back to center, being very controlled, very mindful of the exit. Alright, when you're ready, everyone, this time you're going to draw your left knee to the front side of your mat. So we are coming into half hero's pose through our left leg. You can also sit on a block if that feels better. Your left ankle is outside of that hip. You can stay where you are, or you can start to fold over that right leg. This is a challenging pose, so see if you can be compassionate to your practice, just breathing into the spaces that feels a little tight. Alright, if this doesn't feel good, just bring your left foot at your right inner thigh, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Stay here for another breath in. Good. As you exhale this time, crawl your fingers back to center. We are going to externally rotate our left knee, arriving back into Skandasana. As you exhale, crawl your fingers back to center, low lunge, look forward. And step your left leg forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Extend your arms up to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands at your heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, sit your hips back, chair pose, Utkat Asana. You can bring your hands at your heart center, or you can extend them over to the front. Lift your chin off your chest, palms are facing towards each other. And as you exhale, connect your hands down, Uttanasana. Add a vinyasa from here. You can step or hop back, chaturanga, upward facing dog. And then pike your hips back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a moment, catch your breath over here. Good. As we inhale, lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open through your hips. Bring your gaze forward, step your leg through your palms. And as you exhale, pivot all the way to the right, Skandasana, side lunge. Now really taking this as an opportunity to slow down and breathe in to your left inner thigh. You can stay where you are, or you have an option to sit your hips back, taking our revolved Janu Shirshasana. So if your hips are all the way down on that mat, then you can grab your ankle with your left fingertips. Good. Now reach your right arm up and overhead. You can stay where you are. If you're able to grab that ankle, then grab your ankle. You're going to do our half heroes. So you're going to draw your right knee to the front side of that mat. Keep your right ankle outside of your hips. You can also take a block and sit down on top of your block instead. Stay where you are, or you have an option to circle your arms up, look up. And as we exhale, we will start to fold over our leg. Just taking a moment of quiet, a moment of stillness. Vinyasas doesn't always have to be very fast, very quick. Sometimes it is about sitting with discomfort and just acknowledging the effort that we are putting on our mat. And as you exhale, you will gently start to exit the pose. So crawl your fingers back to yourself. You're going to rotate your right knee externally to the side, coming into that Skandasana, side lunge. And use your hands or hands free. Make your way to the front, low lunge. Look forward. Step your right leg forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up, hands on your shin. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, rise all the way up, circle your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, bring your gaze up at your fingers. And as you exhale, draw your hands at your heart center, Samasthiti. Back, Utkatasana, chair pose. Extend your arms over to the front, hug your inner thighs in. Again, say fold, release. Step or hop back. And as you exhale, we will lower all the way down on our abdomen this time. Connect your forehead down. Take your arms like wings. Coming into locust pose, Shalabhasana. So as you inhale, we are going to stay where we are. As we exhale, start to lift everything off the mat, finding your balance on your abdomen. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, release. As we exhale, draw your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, press yourself up, and make your way into a seated position. When you're ready, touch the soles of your feet together, knees apart, coming into Baddha Konasana. You can take 2 blocks and place underneath your knees, especially if you feel your hips are on the tightest side. Stay upright, or else you will bring your hands, interlace your fingers just below your toes, and guide your chest forward, 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 eventually connecting our forehead to our shin, to our big toes. We will just stay here, breathe into our inner thighs. I hope you feel a lot more open in your hips compared to when you first stepped on your mat. If anything feels tight, see if you can send your awareness there and breathe into those spots. Now slowly lift your head up, send our right leg forward, our left leg forward. Now use your hands to remove the flesh underneath your sits bone. As we inhale, circle your arms up, look up. And as you exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time, start to fold over your legs. Now see if you can create a gentle arch through your upper back. Even though we are doing a forward fold, there is a gentle back bend happening through your upper body. Exhale, release, let it go. Good. Bending 1 knee at a time, we will gently start to make our way on our back. Once you lie down on your back, draw your knees to your chest. We'll take a happy baby pose, 1 more hip opener to close our practice together. You can sway side to side, bending 1 knee at a time, giving your lower back a gentle massage. 1 more time, release, flutter out your lips. Let's take this as an opportunity to thank yourself for showing up for this practice. It's giving ourselves, our nervous system, an opportunity to slow down. Just how amazing it is to have this body that allows us to move, breathe, and do so many amazing things. When you're ready, we will close our practice into shavasana. You can take any variation that fits your practice. You can bring your legs up the wall. You can touch the soles of your feet together, knees apart, coming into a reclined butterfly. Draw one hand at your heart center, other hand at your lower belly. I invite you to stay in your shavasana for 3 to 4 minutes, even longer if time permits. However, I will leave you guys over here. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. From my heart to yours, Namaste.